that rocked Lahore early this morning. At least 13 people have been killed and 67, or rather above 67, are injured after a suicide bomber rammed the explosive-laden vehicle into the office of the Special Investigation Agency in Lahore. Usman Khan has the details in the following report.
Monday morning opened with the harrowing reminder that though urban areas may have seen a recent lull in suicide attacks, they are in no way excluded from the terrorist agenda. A special investigation unit was the target of Monday's attack as an explosive-laden vehicle rammed into the security agency building in Lahore's model town. Lahore Commissioner Khusro Parvez confirmed that forensic investigations were underway at the blast site.
आज का जो वाकया हुआ है इसके अंदर इस दफा उन्होंने एक गाड़ी इस्तेमाल की है जिसके अंदर एक्सप्लोसिव भरा हुआ था। गाड़ी जो है वो के ब्लॉक के अंदर एंटर हुई है और एंटर होने के बाद इस बिल्डिंग की दीवार के साथ लाकर उन्होंने उसको जो है वो ब्लास्ट कर दिया। जो गाड़ी के पार्ट्स जो है वो फोरेंसिक्स वालों ने वहां पर इकट्ठे किए हैं। उधर इसके इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम्स जो है उसको जो है वो उसके फ्रेम और उसको ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इस वक्त कोई मैंने कहा उसका फ्रेम और पुर्जे ढूंढकर उससे फिर वो अंदाजा लगाया कि गाड़ी किसके साथ थी।
According to CCPO Lahore Parvez Rathore, the building was not hosting any criminals at the time.
इस बिल्डिंग में जो SIU स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेशन यूनिट करा दिया है यहाँ पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुआ करती थी इम्पोर्टेंट एक्यूज्ड की। और इस वक्त तो यहाँ पे कोई एक्यूज मौजूद नहीं थे लेकिन यहाँ पे मौजूद तौर पे 50 के करीब लोग रहते थे, कुछ पुलिस वाले, कुछ दीगर लोग रहते थे, SIU के लोग भी यहाँ रहते थे।
The blast resulted when security personnel attempted to stop the vehicle from entering the premises. Following the impact, the blast site and nearby buildings were completely decimated. An injured seminary student described the moment of impact.
8 बजे हमारी क्लास शुरू हो गई। सर ने कुरान की तो पहली हदीस सर ने शुरू की तकरीबन 8 या 8:20 का टाइम। एक बहुत जोरदार धमाका हुआ और उसके बाद हमारे ऊपर शीट है जो ना गिरना शुरू हो गई, शीट गिरना शुरू हो गई, बरमारियाँ वगैरह आसमान से गिरना शुरू हो गई। पता चल गई कि आसपास धमाका हो गया और हमारे ऊपर गिर रही है। तो हम मुसलसल जो ना वो भगदड़ की सूरत में जो निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Volunteers dug through the rubble to evict survivors from the collapsed buildings. Addressing the anger of hosting sensitive buildings in residential house, DCO Lahore Sajjad Bhutta said the government's policy on the issue was clear and it was now down to implementation.
ओवरऑल पॉलिसी इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं तमाम इंस्टीट्यूशंस के ऊपर, हर टीम की ऑब्जर्वेशंस हैं, सिक्योरिटी टीम की हर इंस्टीट्यूशन के हेड के पास अपनी अपनी ऑब्जर्वेशंस मौजूद हैं कि उन्होंने अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन को किस तरह से प्रोटेक्ट करना है। फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट साइड इवन हर इंस्टीट्यूशन को इंस्पेक्शन करके बता दिया गया है कि किस इंस्टीट्यूशन के क्या सिक्योरिटी लैप्सेस हैं और इस वक्त तक उन्होंने सिक्योरिटी के क्या अरेंजमेंट्स किया हुआ है। ना इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट कि वो उसको किस तरीके से मजीद सिक्योर करते हैं। एज फार एज गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी इज कंसर्न दैट इज वेरी क्लियर फॉर ऑल जितने भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स हैं।
The injured were transferred to the Jinnah hospital where extra staff was called in to manage the flow of the affectees. Monday's blast occurred after a lull in attacks in urban centers across Pakistan, as security officials have upped the ante in the tribal agencies following the successful clearance of Bajor. This is Mohammad Usman Khan for Express 24/7.
Talking to Express 24/7, DG Rescue 1122, Dr. Rizwan described the rescue procedure and confirmed the debris might contain bodies that will be recovered after heavy machines are deployed.
What we've done is that we've used acoustic and seismic sensors. With the help of the sensors, we were trying to locate if there were any more persons under the collapsed debris. So after doing that search operation with the acoustic and seismic sensors, we have not been able to find any person alive in this entire debris. During this, if you see this collapsed structure over here, we've been able to get 4 people out, one of them alive from this debris. And now after doing a search of the entire area, looking at the surrounding houses and the collapsed structure, we'll be clearing this site and subsequently the heavy machinery will come in to clear the debris. As the debris is being cleared, if there are any dead bodies in the process, we'll be gradually and carefully clearing the debris so that if there are any dead bodies, we can get them out.
Punjab Law Minister Rana Sanaullah says the security has been beefed up to overcome any untoward incident during the bypolls in NA 123. Speaking to the media at the blast site, he said all arrangements have been finalized to hold the bypolls on the 10th of March. Sanaullah said that the targeted building was not a working office but a residential building of the Special Investigation Agency. He said work is in progress to shift all offices of intelligence agencies away from residential areas. Sanaullah further added that the Punjab Chief Minister has formed a committee to determine compensation for people affected by the blast. He also said foreign involvement in the attack cannot be allowed.
इसमें जो है ये सालमान का और वो लोग जो कबायली इलाकों में अफवाज पाकिस्तान के साथ बरसे जो है वो बेकार हैं या फौज जिन लोगों के खिलाफ ऑपरेशन कर रही है वही लोग मुलव्वस हैं और उन्हें जो बैरूनी ममालिक से पैकिंग है जिसमें इराक का और इंडिया का नाम लिया जाता है ये बात भी खारिज इम्कान नहीं है और ये इंशाअल्लाह ताला जिस तरह से लाहौर में पहले तमाम केसेस जो है वो वर्कआउट हुए ये भी इंशाअल्लाह ताला वर्कआउट होगा और उनके मुल्ज़मान को पकड़ेंगे.
It was a Lahore suburb of Model Town that was at the center of the latest blast to rock the city. So the target of the attack was a security building. Residents expressed frustration over the presence of sensitive institutions in the middle of residential areas. Let's find out more in this report.
Monday's blast mimics one that occurred nearly 2 years ago to the day when Lahore's Model Town played host to a similar attack. On March 11, 2008, it was just such a Special Investigations Unit building in the suburb's K Block that was targeted, killing 3 people, including 2 children. The reoccurrence of the attack has raised questions on the rationale behind hosting sensitive intelligence buildings in the midst of residential areas. The locals were angry at the risk their lives were being placed in. They demanded answers. Senior Provincial Minister of the PPP, Raja Riaz, claimed that keeping in mind the security situation of the country, agencies should be located away from residences.
जहाँ पे रिहायशी इलाके हैं उनमें नहीं होने चाहिए लेकिन पहले इस तरह के इक़दाम नहीं होते थे अब क्योंकि ये होने शुरू हुए हैं तो इसको आगे इसको मद्देनजर रखा जाएगा.
MNA of the PMLN, Naseer Bhutta, agreed the agencies should move away from people's homes.
There are series of attacks on the security agency offices. Therefore, now it is a question mark as to whether this action is supposed to be taken quickly or not. Because these type of offices are always targeted by the bombers and by the terrorists. So I believe that in these circumstances now it appear appropriate that serious action is supposed to be taken and all those offices which are being targeted by the bombers and by the attackers, those are to be given a separate place having enclosures so that the rest of the area which is densely populated and consisting of residents of that particular area, those are not supposed to be targeted.
Lahore Commissioner Khusro Pervez admitted that a security lapse had occurred in Monday's blast and that sensitive offices would be moved out to more official locations.
Slowly and gradually, we are moving out our offices to the official locations and consistently we are doing it. Unfortunately, in this case, we were unable to do that. And, there was a breach of security when they entered in Model Town. There is a security of Model Town itself. Then they went through the security barriers which was around this building. So certainly there are security breaches here.
Security agencies have a long tradition of hosting safe houses in inconspicuous locations and residential hubs. But what with security officials becoming a prime target in the terrorist agenda, the government can no longer afford putting the lives of innocent civilians at risk. This is Sidra Haq for Express 24/7.